the second college football poll for week 12 of college football came out, and here are your rankings right
Let's
there.
get to that. Let's hear them.
So I want to do a pretenders and contenders thing for the college football playoff poll.
You about to ruffle some feathers.
Oh, we about to ruffle some feathers. And the number one team in the country you got is the Oregon Ducks. Right there. So we saying contenders or we saying pretenders?
Have they played Penn State yet?
No, but they played Ohio State.
I don't think they play Penn State.
They beat Ohio State though, right?
Yeah, and they beat Boise too, and Boise's going to probably make the playoffs.
Well, let's not say that Ohio State because Kenny might get really angry with us.
We gonna stay on Oregon, then we'll go to Ohio State. Contenders or pretenders?
I'm going to say contenders.
Contenders, Ty?
I'm going to say contenders.
I think so.
What they built there, and Dan Lanning, he's a great head coach, and that the amount of talent on that team, they're contenders.
Ohio State, Nate.
Contender, hands down,
Contenders.
I think they're a contender, but dude, if they somehow find a way to screw it up and lose to Indiana or lose to Michigan,
oh my God,
you can kiss Ryan Day bye. They're not going to take that.
We're gonna get there, Nate.
They're not. Just to finish, I think Ohio State's a contender. But if they were to somehow lose Indiana or if they were to lose to Michigan and find themselves out of the Big Ten title, which would in turn maybe put them out of the playoffs, bye Ryan Day.
Damn, yeah. I gotta agree with you on that one, Ty. I gotta agree with you on that one.
Number 3 team in the country, Texas. Contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders.
Oh my God, never mind.
Nate, I'm gonna agree with you. They're pretenders, Nate. They're pretenders.
They
hadn't showed me anything.
If the game would have been closer, if the game with Georgia would have been closer, I would say contenders. But Georgia manhandled them. Georgia beat them at their own game. And yeah. So I'm going to have to go out on a limb and say pretenders.
They're pretenders. Number 4.
I just think can I touch on Texas real quick?
You can touch on Texas.
I just think what Sarkisian's built, the talent that they have, you can play bad and you can get dominated, and I think they did get pretty much dominated by Georgia. But there's a lot of talent on that team, and I'm just saying, if they match up with the right guys and if they can find their way into the semifinals for sure. I don't know if they can make it to the national championship game, but that's a good football team down there in Austin.
Number 4th ranked team in the country, Penn State. Pretenders or contenders?
Okay, Ty, you got to go first. I got to think about this one. I got to think about this one because you said Penn State. Penn State lost to Ohio State, right?
Yeah, by 3.
About 3 points.
It's tough making them contenders because you just feel like what have they done under James Franklin? They beat the teams they should, right? But then they get in the big game against Ohio State. I can't remember the last time they beat Ohio State. It's been a while. Get in the big game with Ohio State, get in the big game with Michigan.
I think it's really been like 2001, Ty.
I think it's 2008 was the last time.
Yeah, it's a 2000. It's a 2000 single digit. Yeah. It's a 2000 single digit.
The thing is
I thought they knocked them off when Saquon was there. No?
No. They were up big.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Nate. They beat them in 2016. Okay.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, that was JT Barrett years. That was JT Barrett. But, hey, here's the thing. With them, I think I love that comment. They're all pretenders. That's right. But I think they're contenders. I think they're a good football team. I really do. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, they lost by 3 to Ohio State, who I think is also a really good football team. I think they have the talent this year. It all just depends on Drew Aller. It really is all. That's really what I think it depends on. I mean, I think their defense is there. They've got a lot of talent there on that defense. The defensive line is always good, but I think they're contenders.
Nate, I'm gonna make it hard on you because I'm going pretender for Penn State. I'm making it hard on you. I'm going pretenders.
I'm gonna have to go pretender because you guys made a valid point. They haven't. When it's time comes for the big games, they don't step up in the big game moment. Okay.
Number 5th ranked team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers.
I'm not going to comment on this because I love Indiana, and I'm not going to no comment. You'll hear nothing from me until after Ohio State.
Oh,
no comment.
Isn't that coming up? And that's coming up, isn't it?
That's next week. They have a bye week this week. I won't speak. I've been the biggest Indiana fan this year.
Oh, man. It makes it hard on me.
Big stat. Every game that they've won, except Michigan last week, has been a win by 2 or more touchdowns.
We're getting into crunch time, Ty. They can't win like they were at the beginning of the season. Looks like you're trending towards a pretender category come college football playoffs. I'm going to give Indiana pretenders for now.
This is all you, Nate. I'm not speaking. I love the Hoosiers.
Their offense has been great. They hadn't shown me anything really defensively because they ain't played high-ranked offensive teams.
Yeah, but they beat the crap out of everybody still. Other than Michigan, which is fair.
Okay, Nate. It's on you until I get to the next one.
Pretender.
Okay.
I haven't seen them play anybody yet. I haven't seen them play yet. That's
right. They haven't proven anything. All right. 6th ranked team in the country, BYU.
Now I gotta.
Let me look at their.
What you think, Nate?
I'm not impressed.
No pretenders.
Yeah, I'm not impressed. Really, I'm not impressed. I'm sorry.
Let me look at who they got left. They got Kansas, Arizona State, and Houston.
That's
impressed.
I just don't think they're gonna.
I don't think they're gonna match up. They'll win out.
They'll win out probably. I just with teams that they'll play in the playoffs, and a team that they could play in the conference championship game. Colorado might beat them. Seriously, Colorado's a good football team. They're a good football team.
I just don't.
I don't think so. I don't think they for the talent level that it's different with BYU. They're not they're not obviously never going to be the Oregons or Ohio States or the Texas and Alabamas of the world. They win games. They win games, but it's just too close. They just win too close for me. Yep. And they've won too close against bad teams. It took them late game heroics to win last week against Utah. It took them late game heroics to win earlier in the year against a bad Oklahoma State team. I don't think they're contenders. I think they're pretenders.
Yep.
I'm agree. Pretenders. If I'm gonna call Indiana pretenders, I gotta call BYU pretenders.
There we go.
Tennessee, the number 7th ranked team in the country, pretenders or contenders. I think we're gonna only have time for the top 10.
Contender.
I can. It's tough. Because their defense is the best in the country, probably the best in the country. Offense, don't know. And also, Nico came out of the Mississippi State game last week. Now they say he's going to play this week. That's what the Tennessee people say. But if he's got any issue, I don't think you trust the backup over there. Compared to other SEC teams right now, I don't know. It's tough, man. I'm going to say contenders just because that defense is elite, and I think it keeps them in any game.
And we're going to get a unanimous contenders for Tennessee because their defense is the real deal. And, Nate, what do you say?
Contender.
No, what do you say about defense, Nate?
I love the defense.
No, but what do you say about defense?
And offense sells tickets. Defense wins games.
That's right. That's right. Number 8th ranked team in the country, Notre Dame.
That's how you pronounce it.
Contenders, pretenders.
Ty, it's on you.
They ain't played nobody. They played A&M at the beginning of the year. Now they've beaten you lose to NIU, which is just insane. Now NIU's might not even win the MAC. That was early in the season. I think now they're starting to beat the crap out of everybody. I honestly feel like they might just be stupid and be good old Notre Dame and just lay an egg at the end of the year and lose to USC.
Yeah. We still got to, and that's if USC. If who's the head coach for USC again? I'm so sorry,
Lincoln Riley.
If he wants to save his job, if he knocks off,
there's rumors with that.
If he knocks off Notre Dame, he can save his job.
It might. Yeah, I think Notre Dame is. I think they're pretenders, honestly, but I feel like they're really good. It's close for me.
Nate,
I'm gonna just say pretender at this moment, but can be a contender. But we need to see if they can't piss down their leg when it comes to USC. Closing out this season, they got to close it out strong.
You're right. Depends on how they play. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give Notre Dame a contender spot.
Okay.
I don't mind that.
The way they played in the past couple of weeks. They look like a well-oiled machine, and why not stay a well-oiled machine towards the end of the season? The number 9th ranked team in the country, Miami, the U.
Pretenders. Not a problem.
I feel like that's going to be the overall consensus.
Pretenders.
Yeah, they just
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a run game.
They wet the bed this past weekend. They
did.
Georgia Tech dominated the run.
From the very opening quarter. Georgia Tech came out there and smacked them in the mouth.
I mean, I can't remember how many passing yards Georgia Tech had.
Oh, hey, hold on. There you go. Do it again. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
Damn. They're pretenders.
I think they're pretenders. Yeah, I think they're pretenders.
Now
but Cam Ward's amazing. Ward's amazing.
He's an amazing talent.
10th ranked team in the country, Alabama.
You're not gonna like me for what I'm saying.
You go, Nate.
About this, you ain't gonna like me for what I'm saying about this, because you would think, and I would say, "Oh, my lights went off." You would think I would say, contender. Alabama has had too many letdowns.
I don't like what you're saying. I don't like what you're saying.
They have not.
They didn't watch last week. They
played very well against LSU. I'm not going to take that from them. But you lost to a Vandy team, and we're not going to knock Vandy. Vandy's a team that's on their program is on the come up. And then who else did they lose to?
Lost Tennessee.
This team plays dominant at times, but defensively, I mean, maybe it's because I'm not used to seeing the Alabama defense that I've seen.
I'll just here. Bama. Last two games, 13 points. Gave up 0 to Missouri, gave up 13 LSU, and the one touchdown that LSU scored was a garbage time touchdown. It was 42-6 for 58 minutes of the ball game. Bama is a young football team, and obviously they're under a new coach and a new staff. Bama is a young team with a lot of talent because obviously they recruit almost better than anybody. They're a young team. That's why you saw so much struggle at the beginning of the year, is because they're young and it took them a second to kind of play together and get, intertwined with each other. And that's why they had struggles. They barely lost that game to Vandy, and they barely lost that game to Tennessee. They were in the game. It's not like they got beat bad. And you saw in the first half against Georgia, they dominated. Now, I know things got tough on them, and they started to collapse, but they still found a way to win the game. Now they beat 2 teams in a row, top 25, or I think number 23 Missouri, who I think is not that good, but we'll leave that for another time. And you beat a good team in LSU, who is, at Baton Rouge. That's Brian Kelly's first loss during a night game in Tiger Stadium.
Really?
He was 13-0.
I did not know
and
that.
they get beat 42-13. I'm telling you guys. This team has hit their stride, and they are going to be really good, and they're going to be a buzzsaw. They are contenders.
Oh, yeah. They're contenders, and because of a little bit of me being petty, I got to put an honorable mention up here. The Ole Miss Rebels, as they slaughter. Where's Rob? Slaughter the Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, it wasn't close at all. It wasn't.
I wish you wouldn't have put them up here, man.
Ooh,
I didn't want you to.
I had to. All bias aside,
I'll go first and just talk about the contenders. Now they got 2 games left. They got Florida. They go to Florida, and then they play State. Okay, they should probably handle Florida. And it pains me to say this. Now that the Egg Bowl's always close, but they're probably going to beat State, and they probably could beat State pretty good. State's played close with a lot of teams that they played. Like State's played Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee on the road, and they played close with those teams. They also played A&M at home, played close with A&M. But I think Ole Miss is starting to hit their stride offensively. In the beginning of the year, especially in SEC play, they had some struggles. Like against Kentucky, they struggled. Kentucky made it look like Ole Miss was terrible offensively. Against LSU, they could not close out the game against LSU. Even against South Carolina, where they dominated the ball game, I thought Carolina had plenty of opportunities to win that game. And Ole Miss, because I think Ole Miss, their offense didn't play well enough to win that game, but their defense has been the talk of the town. And their defense is the best Ole Miss defense I've seen since probably 2016 in those Land Shark years, 14, 15, and 16. They're starting to hit their stride. As much as it pains me to say this, they're probably contenders, because if that offense rolls together with that defense, and Lane Kiffin, incredible offensive mind, a great motivator, a great head coach. I can't say nothing bad about him. I know he plays at he coaches at my rival school. That team could be pretty dangerous.
Hey, shall we storm the field before the time runs out at the
Gosh.
Hey, can I rant just a second about them stupid idiots? Them stupid idiots. They want to storm the field before. You're so stupid, man. I hate it. I'm not supposed to be biased, but you see what I'm wearing, okay? You know where I go to school. I hate them people. I don't like them at all. I don't.
I cannot hold a straight face right now. I'm sorry, man.
I do not like them.
I don't either. 16 seconds left.
I don't like them. Okay? I love
16 seconds left. And you going to storm the field? They had to get everybody puppy dog piled up behind all the coaches, the away and home sidelines. They were all around the football field. Once that 0-0-0 hit, everybody went. They took the dang field goal post, put it right in front of the dang town hall, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to rant there. It's
fine. They're contenders. They're contenders. Okay. After what I saw last week, they're contenders.
It's okay.
Nate, you agree?
I agree. They're contenders.